We're heading towards the Remnants bunker. Hey, it's this place again. Oh, they're booking it. Something happening down there? When you have this many AI around, they can collectively act very strangely. And they're coming back. The game was just real sure they gotta go run over there for a second. Alright, so we got 5 passwords in a row. From here on out, it doesn't necessarily matter which choices each of them individually make. We just now know that we have access to the bunker, at least. Even with the cool cannibal man. Oh, nothing here. The enemies in the distance were not blocking this spot specifically. Dear old friends, remember Navarro. We did it! I'm missing a Casey or Cassie or whoever. Maybe when she said that I was wearing Am I Welcome, that's when she left the party? That might have happened. Even after I helped her out, huh? We did kill a bunch of NCR though, and she probably wasn't psyched about that. So I didn't totally... It was more than my team collectively killed the NCR when a gunfight broke out, but it was me breaking in and all that. Well, hi everybody. Hey. Am I supposed to talk to Judah specifically? Can't do it from here. What if I stood on top of your table?
Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against?
What is this place?
This was a minor refueling station for vertebrates. It seemed an appropriate place to stash our equipment if we ever needed it. I'm surprised this place hasn't fallen apart. When I put it into standby mode, I expected to return to it within a few years, not decades.
How is there another bunker every fucking 20 feet in this desert? Like, at this point, yeah, I feel if you guys just dug slightly further, you could connect them all and you never have to go upstairs. How are you going to deploy your squad?
Marino, Johnson, Henry, and I will be the boots on the ground. Whitman will stay with the vertibird.
I want you to help the NCR hold on to the dam.
Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him.
What's Moreno's problem with the NCR? We know, but...
Day one, we didn't. It's as simple as that. The rest of us moved on while Moreno didn't. Still, I'm not convinced Moreno hates the NCR as much as he thinks he does. You still might be able to talk him out of leaving.
You're just saying this all in front of him. He can hear you. Will Moreno be a liability?
He won't turn on us, but he's a good shot, and I'd hate to do this without him.
You're the officer here. Can't you just order him to go along with the plan?
I stopped being Moreno's officer a long time ago. Everyone here respects me, but they don't need to follow my orders. Not anymore.
I'll talk to Moreno.
You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it.
So go change his mind real quick. You know, the thing he doesn't do. Guess he's not in this room.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out.
The remnants come in, guns blazing, showing the NCR how it's done. You actually don't want that.
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
Well, that was easy.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest, when Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end, but at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done.
Nobody else thought that he was going to fight us. You're the only one who thought that. It's a bit of a surprise. Also, he was like, I can't believe we're siding with the NCR. I can't believe you talked me into this. Like 1 second later, that was it was an easy conflict. You've certainly done your part.
I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get.
If you're so sure it's going to be a bloodbath, maybe you should stay in Freeside.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seemed to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then?
What? I definitely do not put loyalty into the... What the fuck are you talking about? You were born at Navarro, but you are your own man. They have their fight, and you have yours.
True enough, I suppose. Getting them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
Oop. Just the roll of his gear at me. Is it too much? Can I still walk around? Okay, I was a little worried.
I can't believe I'm going to hell.
Can't believe I'm going to hell.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance.
I'll talk to her then.
The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind.
Like I'm worried about time passing in this game?
That tower on the strip popped open like a can and let somebody walk right in. Mark my words, some evil's afoot.
It's me, I'm the evil.
The NCR is the best bet for the Wasteland. I'm glad we'll be helping them out.
I can't believe I'm going to help the NCR.
The NCR's got its share of warts, but I'd rather have them around than the Legion.
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
You received the specialized training needed to more effectively use power armor. Your carry weight will now be increased by 20 pounds when wearing it. Follower's lab coat reinforced. You get a cool lab coat. Am I unencumbered? I am not unencumbered. I'm in problem. I'm in trouble. Aid, Nuka-Cola.
Much for the might of the NCR. Their president got killed over at Hoover Dam.
Okay, I don't think it said that I'm dressed as a enclave now, so I think I now have power armor that I'm allowed to wear, because I guess nobody knows who the enclave is anymore, so they don't care. They're not gonna shoot me for wearing it.
I'd love to see the look on the NCR's face when I swoop down in my chopper.
So I hear the hot show one of them strip families up and disappeared. Poof. Yeah, they'll find his body someday.
It's a little sad to see him leave, but if I resolve someone's storyline, then I resolve their storyline. Doesn't hurt to see them move on. But ultimately, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, it's if you're worried about the people of Freeside, then go to the people of Freeside. Go on. Get out of here.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find me.
What are you gonna do now?
Back to old Mormon Fort, where I can do some good. We followers may be idealistic, but even I know this is going to end in blood. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Aw, whoa, he blinked out of existence. Also, I'm too heavy again. Help. Still way too heavy. Okay. Ganon family Tesla armor. Energy weapon up. Charisma minus. No! My impeccable charisma as... Oh my god, it's even more... I've got even more armor. Help! Does it need repairing? I'll just repair it with the Remnant's armor. Should be able to walk now at least. Okay. Oh my god, look how cool I am now. And also, we're down 2 party members. Wait, no, there she is. Where were you?
Oh. You look like you got something else to say besides ordering me around.
She's very sassy. I guess she was still around and she just got like lost in the terrain or something. But then, fittingly, I did have somebody actually leave. Let's see. What else can I resolve? I guess before I do that, let's go back to West Side. Miguel's pawn shop. That's a thing we discovered briefly inside of here. I'm gonna look around here and just look for named characters.
Good riddance.
You know, I tried to measure my charisma on a Vitomatic vigor tester once. The machine burst into...
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I'd buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale, too.
You been on West Side long?
My grandfather opened up this shop. Took over from him when the fiends killed him.
Show me what you have for sale.
Of course.
Oh, he's got a few more grand. He had some absolute nonsense in his inventory.
I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong. In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers
He doesn't have an aid tab.
Well, so does Guy Mitchell, who's got heartaches by the number.
Don't think I need the knife. I don't know what I just sold. I misclicked. Get rid of them ciggies. Good enough.
Give me a shout if you need anything.
Alright, let's just pick somebody new to give some of this stuff to. You only punch people. Let's see. You...
I expect to be awed by your dizzying mercantile sense, boss.
Pretty sure you use pistols. So that should be good for you. Here's some more combat armor, I guess.
Let's distribute the weight. Need to lighten my load.
Oh, you're too heavy. It's because of all the whiskey. Fine, I'll pick up all the whiskey. There, if any of those rifles work for you, then make them work for you.
Give me bricks?
I think her gun changed.
Here to do business?
Yes, got all this whiskey now. As far as I can tell, she doesn't actually use the whiskey.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Or making a big deal about it. Thought made me think that if I put that in our inventory, something would come of it. Ain't always gonna have something. Ooh, hello. Just here?
I'm glad mean son of a bitch is on our side.
What? What? Okay, so first of all, I'm pretty sure we had dialogue referring to mean son of a bitch, so this is a neat bit of payoff. But like, I don't know how the fanboys defend this moment. The insufferable fanboys I dealt with earlier in this playthrough that probably stopped watching by now, but like, when I criticized the weird quirk of Fallout and just Bethesda games in general, which this counts as one kind of in design concept, at least in its production, the way it works, but like, there's that frustrating thing where it's like, oh, they told me the jet would give me the jitters. I took an arrow to the knee. Makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Like, it's just, I'm not that bothered by hearing lines repeat, but it's weird when several voice actors were all hired to voice the same line, because you're like, why couldn't they write slightly different lines for all the different voice actors to have, so that they would pepper in different things just to build the world a little bit more and not make it so apparent that they're all... It's just very strange to call in 10 different voice actors to say the same line as each other and have them all voice that line all the time. Like, that's just a really weird quirk of this overall, like, series of games. He just said a line of dialogue about himself. So, like, they really are just brute force, like, making all the voice actors run through this series of barks that are completely redundant, just to have the variety, I guess, but without putting in the extra effort of making them be written as different lines. But in this case, I'm so confused because, like, he just said a line about the super mutant in town, and he's the super mutant. So he's the only person the line is about, and the only source that could say the line, because there's no other super mutants around to say the line about me and son of a bitch being here. So, either we're supposed to think that he's like a completely baffling, like, parrot character that just repeats lines he's heard, or this is just a massive mistake. He says that about himself, and I don't think that's a joke. I don't think that's a gag. Who are you? Nice to meet you, Maso Fabish.
My pleasure is on mine. Goodbye.
Okay, yeah, no, it's just a mistake, because he's immediately introduced to have a significant speech impediment, probably because of the weird strap that all these super mutants have, and that is not the voice he used a second ago. He said a generic line about himself that was understandable.
Hi again.
What's a super mutant like you doing in a place like this?
I wash my bone with Sibi. I have Bogo. Phoebe's a rope. Goodbye.
I have no idea what he's saying, I'm gonna be honest with you. Pretty Sarah.
Welcome to the Casa Madrid. If you got an itch needs scratching, you came to the right place. Just watch how you treat the merchandise.
Who's the merchandise?
3 flavors to choose from: Sweetie, Maud, and Jimmy. Sweetie's the house favorite for reasons that should be obvious. Maud is what you might call the discount rack. She's what a customer wears if he doesn't have the caps to afford Sweetie, or just likes them old. Jimmy's more of a specialist. I only hear good things.
What do you do around here?
I look after the only reasons anyone would want to spend any time here. I'm a pimp. All Marco does is collect rent and take a small cut of my action. He sure as hell doesn't clean the rooms.
Who's Marco? You introduced a whole new name just now. You're not one of the merchandise?
Most of my body is scarred all over, like a ghoul. Nobody around who'd want to screw that. No, I just run things.
That can't possibly be true. How'd you get burned so badly?
We don't talk about that. Next topic.
Goodbye.
You know where to find me.
You don't need to be so mean to yourself, damn. Those are generics. This is like a lobby in here, like a waiting room. Marco's apartment. I don't even know who Marco is. They just name dropped Marco all of a sudden. Man, I'm new around here. I don't know who people are. St. James's apartment? And can you guys just pick up a little bit? Like, these games want to be like, it's the apocalypse, it'll be dirty, but like, fucking, you just pick up a little garbage. Who's living in this, like, this refrigerator's used and powered. You're gonna tell me they power and use these things, but then this is happening? Like, I just have such a bone to pick with the aesthetic of these 3D Fallout games and how it doesn't even slightly look like somebody ever lives in these places. It's just so frustrating. It's like, why? These aren't ruins I'm walking in on.
Tom Anderson, can I help you?
What do you do here?
I'm with the followers of the apocalypse, and I help the locals in Westside grow crops. Unlike the NCR, the followers don't expect anything back. The soil and the hot, dry environment don't make it easy. But we get by all right. We've even got our own food store, the Westside Co-op, complete with basic refrigeration.
Tell me about the co-op.
The co-op is comprised of Westside locals and led by Clayton Antonine. They produce all of their own food and share the profits of the co-op.
You have a problem with the NCR?
I don't go looking for fights with them, but they don't have the best interests of people in mind. Certainly not locals. The bottom line for NCR is productivity and growth. Politicians back in Shady Sands are completely detached from the people actually living here.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Didn't really get to have like an interaction about, hey, it's me, the patron saint of all of the NCR. I mean, not the NCR, sorry, the followers. We're good friends.
He's got no resources but a decent cause. We've got plenty of... Hey, you got a second?
Ah, cut yourself off. What is it?
The Brotherhood is failing. I've always known that. If we don't change course, we're going to fall apart, or fade away. But until recently, I haven't understood where we went wrong, or how to fix it. I think I need to go home.
I think the line she was about to say is that he's got no resources but a good cause, and we've got all the resources and no good cause. Which is fair. So I guess I just triggered her story. I didn't even have to look for that one. That's cool. I got it eventually. I'll take you back there. First chance I get.
Great, thanks, thank you. I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after you. Seriously.
I could make you care. That's an interesting quest name. Well, nice knowing you, Anderson.
That sweetie sure is something.
I sure enjoy that prostitute upstairs. Big fan. Just thought I'd narrate that out loud for no particular reason every now and then. Call me Free Advertising Anderson. That's my name. I'm very vocal about who I've fucked for money. Oop, that's locked. Lab? It's doing something right now. It's bubbling, but no one's here. What is this? What's up with that? Jesus Christ, guys. Okay. I know they're just recycling assets over and over again from ruins, and that's why it doesn't make any sense, but like, y'all, the ceiling is not collapsed. The walls are not collapsed. What the fuck is this tub full of? Where are these from? What is this debris? What are those bricks? I just... like, this is a holdover from Fallout 3, because Fallout New Vegas is recycling a lot of assets from Fallout 3, and also trying to probably like recreate its aesthetic to some extent, but like Fallout 3 and New Vegas are just such an aesthetic mess as far as like believable spaces go. This is an inhabited location that people live in. So like, why the fuck is it such a piece of shit all the time? Look at this. This refrigerator is stocked with non-spoiled food. Why is it down there? But once again, only some of this wall and nothing else is really collapsed. So like the debris just doesn't have... It's the opposite of environmental storytelling. It's environmental untelling. Like this is... For as much as like elements of like Dead Space and Bioshock had involved like being able to look around and parse what you're looking at and what happened there, this has stuff that just is actively contradictory. Like the stuff in the environment makes the opposite of sense if you look at it, which is weird because there are games about like scavenging and looking at everything and finding every little secret and thing lying around, but the act of doing that will only reveal how nonsensical the environment is. Sweetie, you are the top dog prostitute in this entire building.
Howdy.
Here? Wow, she has a teddy bear. That's the furnishing? Like, her tub is upright, and her fucking fridge is upright, so I guess that makes this the gold standard of fucking apartments. You don't pick up any of... It's torn newspaper.
That Mr. House who lorded over the strip is dead. Good riddance, I say.
Y'all fucking here? Like, I'm serious. The door to your fuck room, where clients would presumably want a modicum of privacy, is blocked by actual concrete debris to the point where you shouldn't be able to close the door.
They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something. Don't ask because I don't know.
Like, I'll give the credit that this game was made in like a year and a half, which is very, very quickly. But like, Mr. Environmental Artist, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is this hallway? She's the most popular person here. This is the most trafficked route. And it's the most impassable out of the entire building so far. What the fuck? Why is it like this? Hey, Jimmy.
NCR. Hey, mister, looking to relax? Looks like you carry a lot of tension in your shoulders. And upper thighs.
Back rubs are a specialty in mine. Maybe I'll show you sometime.
I think I'd like that. A lot. Maybe even give you a discount for my company.
Tell me about yourself.
Baby, who I am doesn't matter. I'll be anybody you need me to be. It's better that way, you'll see.
Been working here long?
Half a year or so. The Casa's a dump and Marco's a pig, but Pretty Sarah makes sure I don't get hassled. I don't get as many customers as Sweetie or Maud, but the customers I do get always come back.
Tell me about Pretty Sarah.
She's an honest woman. Splits the earnings fair and keeps Sweetie and Maud in line. Minds her own business, too. She knows what it's like for people to go through things they'd rather not talk about.
How much for your services?
Pittance, sugar. And I'll leave you without a care in the world.
Let's do it.
Oh, we will, sugar. We will.
Fade to black. And what happens in the fade to black only exists in fan fiction. Do-do-do. That is the only chance my guy has had to hook up. And it's barely a conversation.
Hey, baby, what say you and me get acquainted?
You work for Pretty Sarah?
I bring in the customers, and she makes sure no one gets rough. Sarah's good people. Good enough, anyway.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm called Sweetie because I'm the sweetest piece you'll ever find anywhere outside of the strip.
I've got horrible news for you. Wouldn't you make more money working on the strip?
I got my start at the Gomorrah. Good money, but I saw how those Omertas hook girls on free jet or MedX, then start charging. Slavery through a needle is what that is. I earn less out here, but I keep more.
Goodbye.
You know you'll be back.
Oh, I won't. That's not how this works. I wonder if they do sincerely have a good setup, and this is like anything approximating ethical sex work, or if it's just another upsetting power structure to worry about. I don't know. Although in the context of Fallout setting, they might have a good thing going.
Hello, stranger. You looking for a good time?
Well, that's mean. The only dialogue option is mean, so I'm just gonna not talk to her. That's fine.
You can just talk to the whores, you know. You and me, we don't need to talk unless there's trouble.
You can just talk to the horse, you know. Did not expect that response. Okay. And you're the guard for this place, I guess? I don't know who Mark. Oh, are you Marco? Oh. I guess I walked by you, or maybe you weren't here at the time. Did he just say I kind of like being a father? Is that what I heard? Is that what I heard?
Welcome to Casa Madrid, cheapest, cleanest whores in all New Vegas. If you want to know the rates for poon, talk to the whores.
Is this apartment building yours?
Yep, for years now. Guess I should be calling it Casa Marco or something, but I haven't changed the signs. Folks who can't pay their way onto the strip need a place to stay too. And when Pretty Sarah set her whores up here, the Casa went full service.
Full service? I have questions about your tenants.
Like who?
What do you know about Jimmy?
Him? Caesar's Legion taught him everything he knows. I bet there's a pound of sand ground into his palms and knees. Knowing Jimmy, I'm sure he took good care of him. I'm surprised he ran away.
Oh no. That's a bummer. That's not. That's a bummer. Tell me about Sweetie.
Oh, I know everything. How she smells, how she tastes, how it feels to slip her on and wiggle. Damn fine woman, but damn expensive too. Just ask St. James. He spends near every cap he gets on Sweetie Sweets.
Tell me about Maud.
Oh, Maud. Sometimes you can afford the creamy veal of a sweetie, and sometimes you got just enough caps to buy a tough piece of jerky.
This is really mean. No. Tell me about Pretty Sarah.
Ain't so pretty, is she? Not since she had a run-in with those fiends over near McCarran. This fiend named Cook, on account of the flamethrower he wears, he had his way with Sarah. Every way it can be done. Then he starts frying her up for kicks. Guess it was how he signed his work.
Okay. That's a deeply upsetting story that you did not need to share. A little bit of just there's things to get opt out of. Tell me anything about Anderson?
Good man. He's one of the followers of the apocalypse. He's the one who taught people around here how to start growing crops. West Side wouldn't be what it is without Anderson helping us out. So I cut him a deal on his rent.
All right. Let's never think about this location again.